Here is a wrap up of what happened in game week 2. At the end of game week 2, I was able to accumulate a total points of 57, leaving me in the ranking position of 3,290,679, which is a position that is more worse than the one I was ranked earlier. This week had been very hectic for most managers and very disappointing, most especially Poco Palmer picking up a groin injury before the starting game, and Saka having an injury also at the end of the game week 2. So a lot of managers were really disappointed and did not accumulate enough points they would have accumulated if everything were put in place. So I was able to get 57 points, and here is a rundown on how I got those points. Becker gave me just 1 point because he conceded 2 goals. I'm even thinking of changing Alisson Becker because their defense has been very terrible for the past 2 games, and I don't think they are going to fix this defense issue very soon. So I'm thinking of changing Alisson Becker because they have a game against Arsenal probably on Sunday, and I feel he's still going to concede more goals. Going by my left, I have Cucurella. Cucurella gave me a total of 5 points. He would have given me 6, but Chelsea conceded a goal against West Ham, and that reduced his point. Virgil van Dijk gave me 3 points because he did not perform very well and he conceded a lot of goals. The mistake I made this game week 2 was allowing Wan-Bissaka to play in my team. I already know that Chelsea is going to defeat West Ham, but I totally forgot to remove Wan-Bissaka because I knew that they were going to concede a lot of goals. So Wan-Bissaka scored 0 points. Going by my left, the midfielders, Mohamed Salah gave me a total of 10 points. Mohamed Salah has not been performing very well recently, but he had been able to give me a lot of points that had actually helped me a lot recently. He gave me 10 points, but I'm hoping he's going to give me more points as the season progresses. I did not actually play Dewsbury Hall. I played Kopama and benched him. Kopama got a groin injury in the warm-up and was not able to play, giving me no points. And this was a very big disappointment to me, and this had helped me I ranked low because of Obama's injury. Declan Rice performed very well, but not as expected, but was able to give me a total of 6 points. While Baleba gave me 1 point because of his low performance. I think Baleba is also one of the players I need to transfer out of my team because of his low performance. Now that Kopama is injured, so I need a midfielder that can be able to give me a reasonable number of points in game week 3. So I think I need to make my transfer before the starting of game week 3. Now, João Pedro did not perform very well in his last match, but he was able to give me a total of 15 points. I think he's the only player that gave me 15 points in my team, and he gave me the highest point so far. Gyökeres scored his first goal in his Arsenal jersey, and he was able to give me 12 points. He also scored twice, scored another goal, which is a brace. He gave me 12 points. Wood gave me 2 points. He did not actually score against Crystal Palace. Actually, they lost against Crystal Palace, but he was able to give me 2 points. Now, the mistake I made also was leaving Van der Ven in the bench and replacing him with Wan-Bissaka. Van der Ven performed very well against Manchester City. They won Manchester City 2 goals to 0, and him being in my lineup would have helped me accumulate more than 57 points. So I made a mistake by replacing Van der Ven with Wan-Bissaka, which I know won't happen again. Now I'm occupying this position 3,296,79, which is a very terrible one compared to what I occupied last game week 1. Now let's look at the rundown of what has happened after game week 2 and probably see if there is any way I can make transfers or rebuild my team, because Cole Palmer is no longer active or may not likely start a match before the international break. So we have 433,085 wildcard plays in game 2, and we have 18,178,809 transfer made after game week 2. So have the most transferred in player was Renders, and the most captain player in game week 2 was Mohamed Salah. Let's look at the top transfer for the week. We have Semenyo, João Pedro, Richarlison, Ekitike, and Wood. These are the players that were bought by managers this week. Those players that were sold by managers, probably because they picked up an injury, is Cole Palmer, Frimpong, Saka, Nori, and Wiz. Wiz didn't pick up any injury, but he has not been performing very, very well. So there are a lot of managers that did not allow him to stay in the team because of the low performance he has been giving in previous matches. The highest player that gave the most highest points, or the player that gave the most highest points for game week 2, is Timber. Timber gave a total of 24 points. Now let's look at the point analysis for team of the week. We have Pickford giving 15. We have Timber giving 24. We have Calafiori 13. Jakite giving 10. Colin 14. Anthony 13. Dango 13. Grealish 11. Travenier 11. João Pedro 15. And Gyökeres 12. Then I think Timber gave the highest point for game week 2. We have a lot of players that may not likely not play the next match. So if you have any of these players, am I right, in your team, so it's either you look for a substitute, bring in players that will replace them, or you sell them totally. And we have Paulson has joined Licia on loan for the rest of the season. We have Philip has joined the other this Midland permanently. We have Alvarez has done Fenerbahce on a loan for the rest of the season. We have Alex Moreno. He has been injured, so he may likely he has joined Gorina permanently. And we have Robin. So all these players are players that have joined other leagues or probably has been suspended. So there are possibilities that these players may not be available or may likely not play in game week 3. So let's look at, I actually planned on making a transfer before match game week 3 because I believe Kopama might likely not start. So I think bringing in new players is going to help my team a lot and help me prepare for game week 3. So I'm going to make some transfers in my next video. So if you are joining me for the first time, make sure you click on the subscribe button and notification bell icon to get notified each time I release a new video. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video.